I read the text and I said, Arita, I have 29 years, 11 months, and 360. I'm a week short. So I want to be honest. I'm a week short. I'm coming short. She said, I didn't read the text properly. So next Sunday, I have 30 years clean. So please forgive me. And let's pray that I do the same thing I did the last 29 years, 11 months, and, 3 weeks. All right.
No shorts, Raymond.
No shorts. No, if you're Brooklyn, they say no shorts. I'm sorry. But I'm not, you're not the cop man no more. You're the hope man. So come on, give me a break, man. Give me a break. All right. So the topic is patience. She explained to me that you read and it's patience. And I obviously I was horrible with, we have slogans when we want to be sarcastic, right? I'm not a doctor. I don't have patience. Only doctors have patience. Other stuff and stuff like that. So I read it. I like to prepare. If they give me a topic, I like to prepare a little bit, because it's a topic. The topic is patience, and this patience is in context of the 7th step. So I'm thinking about I'm suffering with some defects of character, or I'm aware of some defects of characters, which I already have suffered with throughout my whole life. I did a whole 4th step and a 5th step. So I know how these defects ruin, opportunities. They hurt the people I love the most. They're not my friends. The literature says they cause pain and misery all our lives. And so these defects are not my friends. And how I practice the 6th and 7th step and the 7th step, when I'm asking God to humbly remove my shortcoming, what I'm practically doing is asking God to remove the desire to act out. Like, I want to punch this guy in the face. I want to tell this person certain things. I want to steal. I want whatever. I want to act out. So in this particular, and how I practice it is I'm asking my higher power, I'm humbly asking to please remove these thoughts, remove these desires. I've learned, to ask as soon as possible. As soon as I get the thought, don't wait too long, because the thought can become an obsession, And so I learned as soon as I get a crazy thought, as soon as if it's lingering, if it's nudge, if it's bothering me, to talk about it, call my sponsor, to pray, to share about it. When I share something, it loses its power. The literature says that when we expose things, they die in a lot of exposure. So when I get a thought, if I want to act out, if I get a thought, I want to punch this guy in the face, I get a thought, I ask God, I talk about it, I pray, I practice the 6 steps before in the process of the 7th step. And so patience, I looked up the word patience. I wanted to make sure I know what it meant. And I was like, these dictionaries are too spiritual nowadays. You know what I mean? Like the dictionary definition, I looked it up on my phone, so I don't even know what it says. The capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. You know what I mean? Like if I gotta tolerate it, I'll tolerate it, but I get angry and upset while I'm tolerating it. And this definition said the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. And so I remember once I heard a workshop speaker say once that patience has a lot to do with how you act while you're waiting. You know what I mean? Like, can I practice spiritual principles? Can I have can my face be nice? Can I be warm? Can I be kind? Can I be spiritual while I wait? Or am I crazy, neurotic, narcissistic? Am I bugging out while I wait? So that was a big deal. So to be able to wait and not get angry, frustrated, or, the other definition said the quality of being patient as the bearing of provocation, annoyance, misfortune, or pain, and then again, without complaint, loss of temper, or the like. You know what I mean? So the quality of being patient as the bearing of somebody provoking me, somebody annoying me, some misfortune is going on in my life, or I'm experiencing pain. And the definition is not to complain, don't lose my temper, don't show that I'm frustrated and irritated, or the like, whatever other defect that I may accompany impatience. And it's interesting that I'm asking God to help me with a character defect, and I gotta wait because I don't have the power to change myself. That's the big deal in 6 and 7. That I'm asking, a power to do for me what I can't do for myself. It's like a 3rd step surrender on a whole new level, right? So I'm saying, take this from me, and really there's parts of me that really want to act out. There's times I really want to let people know, like I ain't always been spiritual Ray, basic text quoting, praying. That I was in Rikers Island and see 88 and 89, and those were the gladiator days. And I want to tell people my gangster resume. I want to say, I will bite your ear off. You know what I mean? Like, and so and being patient causes I don't know how it is for you. Patience and powerlessness, they're like close cousins, first cousins. So when I'm powerless, there's some things that I'm cool with, I'm powerless, cool. And there's some things that I'm powerless over that enrage me, that make me depressed, that make me, that I get overwhelmed with emotion. And so it depends. So when I'm powerless and I gotta be patient, it many times can stir up an emotional upheaval. I can get a volcano inside of me. There can be a spiritual earthquake, going on inside of me because I got some flaw. I read about earthquakes. There's a flaw in the ground, and so there's a flaw first, and then something happens. It causes this upheaval, and I got to be able to survive my emotions, and then survive my thoughts. Because it's crazy. The saying, when you pray for patience, God forbid you pray for patience, you're gonna end up with the lady in the counter where has all the coupons, and you gotta wait for her to get that's the wrong coupon. This coupon expired, and for patience, now you get here's your answer to your prayer. You know what I mean? And I also realized something that I don't like about spiritual principles in general is that when I do step work and I hear different speakers and I buy tapes or CDs or I go to workshops. I met you guys at the spiritual retreat. I went to go to the retreat. I didn't go to speak. I went 1 year and I kept coming for 5 years, 6 years in a row. And then, the thing happened, and I will be back as soon as you open up. In fact, I was talking about the spiritual retreat in another country the other day, or in another meeting the other day with a lot of people with different international, where, because they were talking about the spiritual retreat. The spiritual retreat is an NA event in the Congo Republic, and blah blah blah. And so people say, "Let me know when it's open." So we'll be back there. And I went to listen to speakers. I went to have a great time. My point is that all the step work, all the workshop, all the conventions, all the tape CDs, that's preparation for the test. It's not the test, right? Like, I'm so broken and flawed and messed up. I think that I did the step. I passed. No, you just prepared for the test. You know what I mean? You didn't pass nothing. Thank God you did it, because now maybe you'll be equipped for when the test comes. But doing the step work is not the test. After the step work, after looking at what patience is, after looking at how impatience have messed up my life. I think Julius Caesar, someone said that it's easier to find a man to die. You can find more men that will volunteer to die than to be patient and persevere. You know what I mean? It's crazy. To be patient is not it's not ideal for people like me. When you're a control freak, when you're an expert at multitasking, and when you got 17 things that you don't leave room for life in your schedule, where you got to be, patience is not your friend. And what I found out is that when it comes to spiritual principles, that my higher power will put me in the exact opposite scenario to see if I learned the test, right? Like, I can't say that I've been faithful unless I had the opportunity to be, unfaithful, right? The test. I can't say that I've been patient unless I had the opportunity to be impatient. So when it comes to spiritual principles, the way I'm preparing for life circumstances and scenarios to come, so that I can practice the principle when life happens, when I'm in a situation or a circumstance. And I've been, when it comes to patience, I've been in some particular scenarios for the last 18 months, let's say last 2 years. I've been going through some very significant trials and tribulations in a particular area of my life where I feel I've been betrayed. I've been unjust. I've been hurt. I loved on somebody. I loved on people. And I've been able to practice patience. See, the thing about patience is I got to trust that God knows what he's doing. Right? Because if I don't trust that God knows, then I gotta fix it. Then I gotta fix it. I gotta manage it. I gotta make it happen. So having patience, I got to say, okay, I'm going to sit here in the hallway and I'm going to wait, because I know they say that it's hell in the hallway, but God will open another door, and if there's not a door, there's a window, whatever they say. When the God closes one door, there's another door open. You got to wait. It's hell in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the reason I can be patient and not run amok and bug out and fix it and control is because I really believe that my higher power wants the best for me, and that knows better than I do for myself. But that's been my experience. When you look up the word loving and caring, I have a higher power that loves me, that brought me to NA, that I got incredible fellowship, I got incredible friends, I got incredible literature. My higher power wants better for me. I wanted to smoke, and God said, I'm gonna bring you to NA. You know what I mean? I wanted to use, and God said, God interrupted my miserable life. And so I know throughout my life before NA and my life in NA that my higher power has introduced me to wonderful people that there's. So just wait and don't do nothing dumb, Raymond. You've been here before and you didn't wait and you ruined it. You know what I mean? So don't ruin it again, because self-will is motivated by self-deception, and usually for me always leads to self-destruction. You know what I mean? I want to say something. No, self-will is not my friend. The literature says that there's that within the DNA of my self-will, I have a self-destructive nature. So that means that in my nature, my will is sabotage, self-destruction, deceit, and I can't spot self-deception. So anyway, so to be patient is not, is not my first thought, is not my go-to, it's not my default. My default is craziness, but I've heard impatience has caused me and causes wise people to do stupid things, right? Impatience will cause a smart man, an intelligent man, a spiritual man, so-called, to do the dumbest things. Impatience, you know what I mean? What good has impatience brought throughout any of my life, right? It only, somebody says it serves as the mother of mistakes and the father of irritation. You know what I'm saying? And so I got to practice patience. I got to, pray and wait, share and wait. Even with, you can have 30 years clean and you got to sit on your hands and shake, rattle, and roll because things are not happening the way you thought they were going to happen. Because the way, sometimes you do the right thing and the right thing don't happen, or you're waiting, and so the thing about waiting and being patient is that's where I grow. People say the joy's in the journey. Well, the growth is in the middle. It's waiting, it's holding on, it's trusting, it's surviving my emotions. It's not being impulsive. It's trusting the process. Easy to talk, it's hard to live. You know what I mean? Easy to talk. You're not gonna look up definitions, give you quotes, talk about. I know in the literature all about where it talks about patience and where it doesn't. But to actually have the faith to hold on, to hold on. I think it was. I usually don't. Gandhi said something, right? That to lose patience is to lose the battle. You know what I mean? And so I want to make sure that I practice the spiritual principles. And I think you read it. It's offensive what you right. Check out what you read. It says that to look. I want to get it. Make sure I want to read it. It says we can look at the times when we have to wait as gifts. We can look at the times when we have to wait as gifts. Like, no, I don't like that. I don't want that gift. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I could look at the time as when I have to wait as a gift, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to demonstrate recovery or spirituality or character or opportunity, so yeah, I could look at that when I have to wait as a gift, right? The times when we most need to practice the principle of patience. After all, one of the surest ways we progress is by rising up over the barriers we run into in our spiritual path. So I'm going to go through barriers. I'm going to go through obstacles. I'm going to go through challenges. We're going to see, did you really learn what you were supposed to learn in that step work? Do you really trust your higher power? And can you sit here and not make it happen? Especially when you really want something to happen. I've been going through this thing for 18 months, 2 years, and I want to put them on. I want to post on Facebook. I want to go live. I want to call the news articles. Like I think about while I'm waiting. I'm not thinking about spiritual stuff. I'm thinking about I want to burn their house down. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm thinking I'm gonna put a mask on. They're not gonna know. Nobody was spiritual Ray would never do something like this. You know, I'm a kick in the door, even the 4-4. I don't got a 4-4, but I'm sure I can get one. You know, so being patient and sitting down and yo, they think I'm a sucker, man. Are they taking my kindness? Because the disease talks loud when you're in the hallway, right? One of the things I hate about the test, Arita, right? One of the is that I hate this. They say that the teacher is always silent during the test, right? The teacher is always silent during the test, but the disease is mad loud. The disease is like, yo, you know the ski mask way, you know what to do. Let Ray G from the group home handle this one. Put spiritual Ray, put him in the no. You know that whole inner. You know, I've been through some things. I told my friends if I write a book one day, because I said I'm gonna expose them one day when I write a book. You know, no, even that. No, don't tell nobody. Don't say nothing. Don't, you know. I haven't shared about it in 18 months to not act, because, you know, we could, in the name of sharing, we could act out. You know what I mean? I could snipe a share. I could, you know, anyway. So she said 15 minutes. So I don't want to mess up the time. I want to honor the time. I think this meeting's over at 8, and maybe somebody else got something they want to share on patience. But I'm grateful that waiting, patience, and perseverance has allowed me to mature a great deal. And my step work, can the video match the audio when things are not going your way? You know, so I'm an addict. My name is Raymond. Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you for letting me share.
Thanks, Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you.
Good stuff. Wow.